I was just another weary traveler at the airport, sipping overpriced coffee and waiting for my flight to Orlando, when the terminal at gate C-23 turned into a battlefield. It was a Tuesday, the kind of day where nothing extraordinary should happen, but then Lisa Hargrove, with her sleek brunette bob and designer luggage, decided to rewrite the script. Her voice sliced through the hum of the terminal like a siren, shrill and unyielding. "I don't wait in lines. I run a community," she bellowed, VYing retractable belt barriers to the floor and swatting at airline staff like they were flies. The chaos that followed? It was the kind of spectacle that makes you forget your own delayed flight and reach for your phone to record. I'd lived in Willow Grove Estates for 5 years, and in that time, Lisa had made herself infamous. As president of our Homeowners Association, she wielded her authority like a sledgehammer. I'd racked up 17 violation notices under her Ramey grass was a smidge too tall. My trash can lingered curbside for 40 minutes post-pickup, and don't get me started on the red Christmas lights I dare to hang instead of the approved white ones. Lisa's weekly email blasts were legendary, preaching that standards separate us from chaos and condos. She'd been hyping her 3-week European vacation for months, dropping threats at every HOA meeting about reviewing security footage from abroad to ensure compliance. So, seeing her now, unraveling in public, felt like cosmic payback. It all kicked off when Tropical Storm Felix hit, grounding every flight headed south. The intercom crackled with the news, and the terminal groaned collectively. Most of us shuffled into lines at the customer VYC desk or started rebooking on our phones, grumbling but resigned. Not Lisa. She stormed the counter like a general charging in a battle, cutting off an elderly couple with her Louis Vuitton carry-on trailing aggressively behind. "This is unacceptable," she snapped, slamming her boarding pass down. "I'm platinum status. Get me on the next flight now." The gate agent, a young woman with the patience of a saint, explained that the storm had halted all flights and rebooking was first come, first served. Lisa's face turned the color of a ripe tomato. "Do you even know who I am?" she hissed, leaning in close. "I'm the president of Willow Grove Homeowners Association. I manage 342 properties. I don't wait." The agent held her ground, calm but firm. "Understand, ma'am, but weather delays are out of our control. Everyone's in the same boat." That's when Lisa's composure cracked, wide open. "We are not in the same boat," she shrieked, while VYing her platinum credit card like it could summon a private jet. "I paid for first class. That means priority everything. Give me your super VY, soar immediately." The crowd started to gather, phones up, sensing a storm bigger than Felix brewing. The super VY soar, a tall guy with a steady voice, arrived and repeated the same facts. No flights, no exceptions, everyone waits. That's when Lisa lost it entirely. She slammed her designer handbag onto the counter so hard the computer monitor crashed to the floor. "This is discrimination against homeowners," she roared, her logic as unhinged as her hair was starting to look. Then, in a move that left jaws on the floor, she snatched a stack of boarding passes from behind the counter and flung them into the air like confetti. "If I ran this airport like I run my HOA, this would never happen," she declared. A woman next to me whispered, "Is that the same lady who banned kid from using sidewalk chalk because it ruined the community's curb appeal?" I nodded. "Yup. She also fined a cancer patient for overgrown grass during chemo." The whispers spread, and suddenly Lisa wasn't just a meltdown queen, she was a VY lane. Her rage hit new heights when she leaned over the counter, jabbing a manicured finger at the gate agent. "I'll report you all to corporate," she screeched, "and I'll bring this up at the next HOA meeting. Your airline will lose business from my entire community." Things took a darker turn when she shoved the gate agent, who was scrambling to pick up the scattered boarding passes. The young woman stumbled, nearly hitting the ground. Security was already on their way, but now they moved with purpose, VYing through the crowd. 2 officers approached, voices firm. "Ma'am, step away from the counter and calm down." Lisa whipped around, her purse swinging like a mace. "Don't you dare tell me to calm down," she spat. "I process 73 community violations a month. I'm the authority here. When the officers tried to guide her away, Lisa snapped like a brittle twig. She hurled her purse at one, smacking him square in the chest, then made a wild sprint for the jetway, as if she could board a plane that didn't exist. That's when they took her down. Two officers tackled her to the polished floor, her wrists cuffed as she thrashed, screaming about fence heights and property values. The terminal erupted in applause, a wave of collective relief. Lisa's perfect bob was a mess, her designer outfit crumpled, and as they hauled her up, her eyes locked with mine. I gave her a little wave, thinking of the violation notice she'd sent me last week for my unapproved garden gnome. Local police arrived fast, escorting Lisa through the terminal as passengers kept filming. One officer read her rights, while another gathered statements. I gave mine gladly, detailing every unhinged moment from her line cutting to the tackle. The charges piled up: assault on airport staff, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, public disturbance. She faced up to 2 years in prison and due law $15,000 in fines, plus a civil suit from the airline for broken equipment and traumatized employees. Within 3 days, the video was everywhere: news channels, social media, you name it. Headlines screamed, HOA tyrant grounded for good, and power-tripping president crashes at 30,000 feet, even though she never left the ground. The real kicker came via certified mail to all Willow Grove residents. The HOA board held an emergency meeting and voted unanimously to oust Lisa as president. Her VY, or, they said, OLAT bylaw 7.3.2 conduct detrimental to the community's image. The irony? She'd used that same bylaw to fine residents for minor infractions. When the judge handed down her sentence, 6-month probation, a DULA $5,000 fine, and community ser VYC picking up highway litter, Lisa's face twisted in disbelief. But I'm the president of, she started. The judge cut her off, voice like steel. Not anymore, you're not. For once, Lisa Hargrove was speechless. As I watched her story fade from the headlines, I couldn't help but feel a strange mix of satisfaction and pity. Lisa had ruled our neighborhood like a queen, but one tantrum at 30,000 feet, or rather, ground level, brought her empire crashing down. Now, every time I pass my garden gnome, I smile, knowing it's safe from her measuring tape. But it makes me wonder, was Lisa a VY Lane, or just someone who let power go to her head? Could any of us snap like that under pressure? What do you think? Did she deserve her fall? Or was the punishment too harsh? Should HOAs even have that much control over our lives? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you felt the drama, and subscribe for more wild stories. Let's get this debate going.